I'm Reverend Dr. Melanie Hauser. I'm the university chaplain at BVU. My duties as chaplain are basically to take care of everyone on campus's spiritual life. So Reepicheep, I feel like, is the kind of cat that brings down barriers. So there are people who would definitely not stop by my office because they're intimidated by the word chaplain or the idea of talking about anything spiritual. But I found that everybody is happy when they're around animals. Reepicheep ended up being a good cat for this because he just thinks everybody is his bestest friend. I got Reepicheep when he was about 9 weeks old, and that was 8 years ago. Dalton Walker and a friend found him on the side of the road covered in fleas, and they brought him home, and I ended up adopting him, and he's been with me ever since. So the name Reepicheep comes from the Chronicles of Narnia book by C.S. Lewis. In those books, he's a mouse who flies around with a sword and is always ready to take on the world. And that's a lot how Reepicheep was as a kitten. We're pretty sure he used up 8 of his 9 lives in his first year. And so now he just sleeps a lot and is lazy because he only has 1 life left. In about spring of 2021, we were in that place where there wasn't a lot of activities going on campus, and students were kind of getting stressed out emotionally because of the pandemic and school. And so I thought, I bet if I bring him in 1 afternoon a week and people can come over and pet the cat, the stress levels will go down around here. But now that I'm full-time chaplain, I only have 1 office, and I'm in that area most of the time, so I thought I should just bring him all day, every day. Everybody would love to get attention from him. So most of the time I ride my bike, and he has a trailer that rides behind my bike, and that works pretty well. When I bring Reepicheep to school, he's kind of confined to 1 area, so he's only allowed to hang out in the Center for Diversity and Inclusion, the CDI. And he goes in and out of my office. So I have a litter box in my office, I have food and water in my office. And he has other things in the CDI that make him feel comfortable. So now he has like a scratching post with a resting place on top that he likes to snuggle into. He has his laser pointer and his toys on a string so that people can play with him. I would say that he's brought a lot of the students out of their shyness zones to being more comfortable. I think Reepicheep makes everybody feel like they belong. You know, he's not stressed about gender or race. Reepicheep loves everybody equally. We've especially had some first-year students who I think were really nervous, but they've decided Reepicheep is their friend, and so it's given them a chance to stay on campus long enough to find their belonging in their group of people that they really care about. One of our Spanish-speaking students came by one day and brought a friend, and he's like, "You have got to meet this cat. He is such a gordito. He is so lazy and does nothing." And so we've decided now that his middle name is Gordito. I custom purchased a neon sign on Etsy this summer that says Reepicheep is in, that we can light up when he's in. And I've had a lot of people who will just walk in, pet the cat like 3 or 4 times, and walk back out and not say anything. But they just need some cat snuggles, and when they see the sign on, they know that they can stop by and pet the cat. So now that he's in there all the time, I would say there's a pretty steady stream of people through. And there are people who will like just come in for 5 minutes and pet Reepicheep and then leave. But then there are other people who have decided, hey, the CDI is a pretty cool place to hang out. And they've kind of made it their second home. And so the Center for Diversity and Inclusion, we support each other in those kind of celebrations of traditions and making sure that everybody feels heard and everybody feels like they belong in that place. I think that just helping to take care of people's mental health often just involves how we can take care of ourselves and take care of each other so that we can make sure that we all feel like we're in a healthy place mentally.